Now, if there's a current Lexus, more current than the LS 430, it's this generation of ES350, the 07 through the 012s. I love these cars. Last time we visited this car was back in March. It's my aunt's car. It's the one I always called the beater Lexus because I got it at the auction for $59.95 or $5,900, something like that. Hey, excuse me there. Let's unlock that again. There we go. But this one's the one that's boogered up. Have you, in a couple of spots, if you have watched any of the older videos, and you know, it's been touched up here and there, but it's a pretty clean, decent car overall. It's got a lot of miles, still runs and drives good. Still got the broken, cracked spoiler down there thanks to a Taco Bell parking lot. And a little touch-up mark there. This bumper was kind of damaged, and I patched it up and got it in place. But also this mirror was broken into pieces, but I found one on the internet for about $50 or $60, and it was already painted. A Lexus dealer out in Texas. So that was awesome. Car keeps locking itself because I haven't opened the door yet. Looks like the tires are doing pretty good. They're just some cheapies. Starfire. Whoever makes that. I know she told me she had a flat and had to replace one of them. This one. A Westlake. So we got some inexpensive tires on here, but that's okay. They're wearing pretty evenly, and they still provide a good ride. Speaking of which, let's go for one. Still smells like baby powder. As you can see, you know, the interior and the seats have seen better days. Let's see how many miles she has. She had 154,000 back in March. Let's see what we got here, September 4th. We have a trip.
You're not gonna marry Jax.
And we have some NPR or something. Let me adjust the everything here. Power adjusting steering wheel. Oh yes. Full tank of gas. Let's press the trip. 164, 178. So she's put 10,000 miles on it since March. Wow, that's pretty impressive. It's October, what did I say, 4th? So I mean, a little over 6 months. Yeah. But she's keeping it serviced. I just told her, hey, all you got to do with these things, change oil. Just change oil. And it will last you, the power rear sunshade. I said it will last you forever. God, and it still runs so good. I know she just got back from Cocoa Beach. She just drove down there, which is a nice little haul. I don't know how many miles that is, but it's a good long ways from here in north of Atlanta. Park assist, beeping at me, telling me I'm about to run into the pavement. Oh man, this thing shifts so good. Yeah, these things are awesome. Oh, and she got some new brakes. Oh yeah, that feels good. She told me she was going to have to get some. That is such a smooth engine. 262 horsepower out of that 3.5 timing chain driven engine. It's as quiet as can be. Doesn't make any funny sounds, no weird ticking noises, nothing. Just smooth. For a car that has been what I considered kind of road hard. But the oil has always been changed. It was dealer serviced up until my aunt got it at about, I think I sold it to my aunt at 138 or 136, somewhere in there. And she just takes it to the tire discounters, which they do a good job. I like them. Plus they report to Carfax, so any services they do, it'll continue to show up on the Carfax for future resale purposes. But my aunt, okay, since 1987, my aunt has had 3 cars. She had an 87 Acura Legend. She drove it until 1997, and then she bought a used 93 model Acura Legend. And man, she drove it, from 1997 up till, let's see, she drove it until 2006, I believe, or 7. Boy, that thing was worn out too. It was kind of like this car. It was a little rough around the edges, and she got a good price on it, but it had been maintained well. But man, it was rough when she got rid of it in 06, 07, somewhere in there. And then she bought my brother's 2003 Tahoe, exactly like this one right here in front of us, in that exact same color. My brother bought it new in 03, and him and his wife were trying to buy a lake home, and to get the loan approved or something, something about the credit to debt ratio, he had to get rid of a car payment, whatever. So my aunt bought his Tahoe from him in 06 or 07, can't remember, somewhere there. His Tahoe was a 2003. It was fully loaded, had every option you could get on a Tahoe back then. Had so many freaking buttons over here and everywhere. But he had already put about 70 or 80,000 miles on it when he sold it to her in the 3 years or so that he drove it. And my aunt drove it to 282,000 miles. She drove it 282. And it was still in good running condition, like the engine and everything. But the transmission was starting to bang through some of the gears if you didn't just if you just didn't hit the gas just right. But what was really bad on it is the steering rack was totally shot. I mean, you could turn the wheel and the truck would still keep going straight, and then it would like catch. And so you were all over the road. It was awful. So I threw it up on Craigslist, sold it the day I put it on there. We got $2,000 for it. I told her, I said, be happy. And buy my Lexus I got for sale. So she bought this car. And this one's been a good car for her, which I knew it would be, even though it was a little beat up. I knew it'd be a good car for her. And, in the little over probably year and a half, I guess she's had it. She's put, nearly, 30,000 miles on it almost. So she's not afraid to get in it and drive it. And it's got all the little, backup camera and Bluetooth and satellite radio, and it's got heated and cooled seats. All right, look at here. We got us a straight shot. Here we go, guys. being a launch. Ooh, spun the tires. This car is very peppy. I think 0 to 60 on it's like 6.8 seconds. Amazing. All these miles and still no vibration. Lexus makes a good motor mount. They make a darn good motor mount. Another great thing about this car too is the amount of leg room back here in the back seat. I'm 6'2", 6'3". Got lots of foot room. I can stick my feet up on the chair and kick back. I mean, I got lots of room to do my feet. Very comfortable angle on the seat. I could ride a little. I'm a little tight on the headroom. I do have my ball cap on. You know, take it off. My hair kind of brushes a little, but it's livable. It's not bad. This seat is pushed about 3/4 of the way back, so you know there's still tons of room up front for the front passenger, and that's my driving position there. So these two seats are almost even. So yeah, 4 full-size adults can travel in this car comfortably for a long trip. I could ride back here and ride across the country. It's got good lower back support in the seat here. It feels good, and then it's got a nice, you know, spot for your upper body. These are comfortable back seats. Now, 5, you know, you might could ride an hour, you know, in a pinch, but, you know, for a long travel or a long trip, you could do 4 in this car. Piece of cake. No problem. Yeah, that's a strong car. Very strong. Yeah, everything on this car still feels very, you know, tight and crisp and, you know, Lexus precision buttons, and you know what I'm talking about. It oozes quality, even though it is a little worn out, you know, a little ragged. The seats mainly. I mean, if the seats were done, this thing would be A-okay. And some more touch up on the outside is needed for you know, a perfect look. But it is hard to beat. This whole Lexus, hard to beat. 2007 through 2012 generation, I guess you could say. Anyway, well, there's just a little 6-month update. And hope you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, talk about it, comment, hate it, whatever. Man, it does have a little torque steer though, just a little, not bad, just right off launch. But yeah, strong car, a lot of car for the money. 2010 ES350 with the premium package, heated and cooled seats, power rear sunshade, navigation. This is web-based. You can hook up the This is the Lexus Inform system. You can hook up web-based services like destinations and all that good stuff with maps and travel link and all this stuff. So yeah, it's pretty cool for 2010. But anyway, yeah, we will see y'all probably in another 6 months with this car. And I'm sure we'll be sitting on about 174,000 miles. We'll see. See you next time. Later.